J.R. Howell.
And my name is Andrew Dowell.
And today, we look back at the great 1930s short experimental science film, Up to Code.
Unfortunately, because this film was made during the reign of the Hays Code, we, as producers, had to abide by good old Willie Hays.
The film features
all appropriate versions of
fever, love, betrayal, and justice.
We do hope you enjoy our behind-the-scenes content as much as we did making it. And with that, what do you say we roll it, Mr. Howell?
You betcha, Mr. Dowell.
I want to do it. Can I do it? Up to Code, scene, is it in there?
Rolling.
Scene 2A, take 1.
And action.
Hello, I'm Shefali Saxena. I play the Brown Harriet, if that's fine to say. I don't know what's been difficult. My favorite part has been I have taken, I think, 6 shots of iced tea now, trying to get the scene right. That's been my favorite part. I think the most difficult part, believe it or not, was the walking shot, trying to walk slowly and not lose my balance.
Action. It's okay. We had a sense of it. Yeah. Something was about to happen wrong there. Just all the clutter.
And being cast knowing that I am like the wrong person. Obviously it hurts a little bit, but I'm glad we're doing a film about it either way.
Does it feel weird to represent that at all? Or is it just kind of, you feel like it's a positive thing you're supporting to represent it?
I feel weird doing it just because, like, since I've known about film, I've never heard of this thing being an issue. So it feels a little bit weird to have to stand in, and, like, even though I know it's wrong, I still have to, like, be that person.
Okay.
But beyond that, it's not that bad.
Cool, all right, thank you. That's all the questions I have.
Thank you.
It's Hello, my name is Ethan Lindquist. I'm the script supervisor and location manager for Up to Code. I managed the takes. Today, mostly I was just running directors and actors, everyone around to the various sets, speaking with the police officers to make sure all the permits were handled appropriately, make sure our prop weapons were checked, all that. Most of my work I did was, over this past weekend, or just throughout the week, was emailing Professor Lamont and getting access to all the different locations, the permits, the permissions, everything we need to be able to film here today, everything ahead of time. Favorite part? I think Miles and I have been joking about this, but the scene where he throws the glass across the table is a reference to A Town with No Name. Like, pass me a drink, bartender. Throws it across the table and misses it. Aww. I'm looking to see the black and white gradient. Definitely interesting to see how the colors play out. Definitely, I'm actually going to be acting later in the film too, so that'll be interesting to see my first acting role, so that'll be fun. And yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, awesome, thank you. That's it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Okay, we're ready? 3, 2, 1, action.
My name is Josie DeBoard. I'm an actress today on the film, and I shot 2 shots, one at the bar scene and one in the getaway car. Genuinely, I thought I was gonna hate this, but I loved doing the car scene and like half ducking in and then like booking it around the front of the car. I thought that was really fun. The hug was really difficult because I am not a very touchy person. And I don't really act either, so it was challenging, but it was great. It was a great feeling to actually have it done, and people be like, "Oh, that was good." I was like, "Oh, really? Great."
How do you feel being the character that replaces Shefali's character? Does it feel weird at all?
It feels really weird.
Okay.
It's kind of awkward, like explaining my role to other people who aren't on this set because
Yeah.
I just have to, oh, I'm playing a white girl. They're like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I literally replace Shafali to be a white girl.
Oh, this is your one.
Yes. Awesome. That's all the questions I have. Thank you, Josie.
Yeah, sure.
You're going 10 miles an hour.
Bro, my pants waist isn't tight enough for this.
My name is Nick. I'm the sound designer for the film. I haven't actually done much yet because it's a silent film, so any sound is going in post, and we're not in post yet. So for now, I've pretty much just kind of been a grip, helping out where people need.
All right, we're good. All right, thank you.
Open the trash can.
Misha Shomoji, actor Harry. The easiest scenes were the walking scenes outside, where involving the trash can. Definitely more complicated scenes, but the more fun scenes were probably the bar scenes with Harriet. Harriet. Oh shit.
Is there anything that you struggled with today that you feel like you learned something from?
I guess expressing emotions and just getting different actions down. It was very fun.
Okay.
I met a lot of really cool people and hope to work with all of them again.
Okay. Those are all my questions.
Oh, okay.
All good.
Cool.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Misha.
Sup, I'm Cassidy Wentland. I was Gaffer on Up to Code. So yeah. The most difficult part of gaffing on that set was outside because there was no outlets. Made it pretty easy though. Didn't have to do anything. I was reflecting using the trash can as a reflector, which actually worked pretty well, and I might use that in the future. Something I wish I would have done differently is maybe brought like a negative curtain or something to block out the sunlight from outside, but it's kind of impossible to keep it all out, so felt it did pretty good, and it worked in the end. Pretty happy with the lighting, and even, you know, one of the best lighting scenes I think was just reflecting off the sun in the alley. I think that turned out really good, and I'm really happy about that. So.
And the table.
Man, oh
You're behind
man.
the scenes.
Imagine as we walk out, we should just stop.
It's gonna be hard.
Harriet.
Just follow. Yeah.
Harriet's
What's
out
up?
at the scene. Wrong side. Wrong side.
Rolling. It's fine, we're not using sound for this video. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Rolling. Oh wait, rolling. And you can do it whenever. Yeah.
Alright, 5,
Yeah.
4,
3, 2, 1.
2, 1.
My name is Connor Murphy. I was production design on Up to Code. I was the bartender, and it was pretty swell, and did some other stuff, like driving the car, various duties, but production design is my credit. I've actually studied the Hays Code quite extensively in this great class called FMP 250. And I think it's, I don't think it's accurate in this film necessarily, but I do think it's really funny, and they do a really great job capturing the spirit of Hays Code and the censorship kind of forced on the movies of that time. My favorite part was probably when Josie opens the car door and motions for Misha to get in. When we pan away, Josie runs around the front, and I'm crouched behind the car the whole time, and I take her spot, get in the wheel, put on my seatbelt because I'm a responsible driver, and Misha got in and drove away, and it looks like she drove the car, but she didn't. I drove the car.
All right, last question, surprise question, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
Did you conduct any shenanigans on the film?
Specifically on the set.
Yes.
Yeah.
Connor answered.
I did, yeah. I was climbing quite a few structures in the alleyway scene, safely and responsibly, might I add. I don't think it was disruptive, but it was a shenanigan. I'd classify it as a shenanigan.
Do you remember any grittying?
Probably gritties. I don't remember doing any grittying, but I'd say it's probable someone grittied at one point on the set.
I see. That's good. Then we can show all the questions we have. Thank you, Connor, for your time.
Thank you very
You look like from the commercial guy from the Old West commercial.
They're all tripods?
Isn't he a big black guy?
Yeah, we wrote them all as tripods.
He can
but
be
then we started using
also a
handheld 'cause
mysterious
it just
white
sounded
guy.
I've
easier
never
to
seen a
say.
white guy in
So-
an Old West commercial.
I mean,
There's that one guy who does
What?
it.
I've seen one.
just do all tripod. I don't
I'm thinking the bar is tripod. Hey there, my name's Miles. I'm a cinematographer on Up to Code. So as a cinematographer, this is my first kind of like big time actually doing it. So I'm mostly kind of like learning my camera still and figuring things out. And it's been a great opportunity because I feel like I've learned a lot from this shoot. And I'm hoping that even editing it later, I'm just going to continue learning more and more.
What were your difficulties, or what were you aiming to achieve with kind of perhaps like replicating the aesthetic of that time?
Oh, a lot. Mostly just background elements that just don't really fit within that 1930s theme. Like sometimes, like when we outside, there's like cars passing by. Doesn't fit the time period. Or we'll be filming inside and there's TVs going off in the background, or like coffee machines with screens on them. That doesn't work either, obviously. So those are a few difficulties, but luckily we were able to take most of this out from framing, or we can remove it in post somehow.
Awesome. Those are all the questions I have. All right, thank you, Miles.
Awesome, thank you.
And action. I am here, Ghosh, and I get to be the director of Up to Code, which means a lot of working with actors, working to make sure locations work out, working to make sure that everything looks the right way for the film and that it gives the right look we're looking for. We wanted to capture the Hays Code kind of being absurd and its kind of insanity and the way it kind of ruins art and filmmaking. And so using rewinding as an experimental part of the film, we're able to help portray how Hays Code will take what's already existence as good and fine art and rewinds and tries to fix it just to fit its weird rules that don't make sense, and eventually it takes its toll on the main character. I really enjoyed today having seen all the shots that we wanted to work out, we promised and wished so hard to work out, and so many of them did come out exactly how we wanted them to be, especially the car driving off into the sunset. That looks so beautiful with the water tower and the empty road, and nothing was anachronistic at all. But I'm looking forward to tomorrow, not the hassle of moving and company moves, and locations not being settled. We have the alley down, and that's locked for sure. Right, Ethan? Yes. And so that's what I'm looking forward for tomorrow. Tomorrow's just going to be fun, easy, quick shoot.
All right, that's all the questions I have. Thank you, Ahir.
Thank you, Jagger. Come on, Nick, you're falling behind. Let's go, let's go. How are you going to make the Olympics like this?
I don't know.
My name is Miles Hancock, and I am currently the editor, DP, and also one of the writers on Up to Code.
My name is Nick Lewis. I am the sound designer, the designated chair puller, and the designated cup switcher.
I do wish we did it in a 4:3 aspect ratio. It's not a deal breaker, but I definitely think it would have looked a little more distinct had we had that aspect ratio like in mind while filming. It's definitely been a really fun experience learning about editing a silent film, because that's something I've never done before. I really like, right now I like the rewind, without spoiling. Is this spoilers here?
Yes.
Okay, spoilers. Yeah, so basically, when Harry gets away at the end and drives away with Harriet, and then there's that quick little abrupt rewind all the way back to the beginning, right with the violation. I really like that personally. I had a lot of fun kind of like messing with that to make it right, and I think it'll be very cool to see in a full finished product.
It is definitely a little ridiculous being titled The Sound Designer on a silent film, but Mostly I was just looking for music. Of the numerous tracks that we have at the moment, I say numerous, it's like 4 or 5. One of them starts out like kind of dramatic a little, but like slow enough that it works with like a dual scene. But 30 seconds into the song, it has this transition that makes no sense. It just suddenly becomes this like swinging through the jungle on vines, like vibe.
Alright, I think we're good. Thank you guys both.
Awesome. How do you have assistance?
The production code that was implemented in Hollywood years and years ago.
By, I think, a governing board.
Which is essentially censored movies.
There's a lot of interesting rules that I never would have thought would have even been rules.
There can't be any actual alcohol, and then no interracial couples, which is bad.
Censoring stuff.
Certain depictions of women or just sexuality, violence, criminal acts in general, making it so they had like criminal acts had to be punished.
I forgot the second half of the question.
That's okay.
Thank you again for watching our exclusive behind-the-scenes content for Up to Code.
And if you enjoyed, remember to check out more Soaring Phoenix Films content.
Until next time, I'm J.R. Howell.
And I'm Andrew Dowell. Toodaloo.